Hello and welcome to my all little champs. This is Rohan sir from Mahdi English Medium School. I welcome to all dear third standard students in today's science class. Now, before starting today's video lecture, I would like to say that I have brought some interesting revision works for you all in today's lecture. And before that, I hope that you all have gone through the videos in the previous lecture, you have done the revision properly, you have repeated the instructions as given you in the videos, and you all are following the videos regularly. Yes, even if you miss out any of the video in your TV screens, in your TV channel, you can even go to the YouTube links which are provided in your WhatsApp group, so that you will be able to watch that video again and again as per your requirement, as per your choice. So students, I hope that you all are even completing the notes. Yes, so let us see what are we going to do in today's science class, the agenda of today's science class. So content for today's lecture is, we are going to do revision as per the students' request. Even many like in the doubt solving lecture in the Google Meet, I have got the feedbacks, the suggestions kind of from the students and from their elder brother and sisters, from their parents, in short from their guardians too. So in today's lecture, just make sure that even if few hard words, few FBs, in case if any objective is not given to you and if it is new for you in this lecture, make sure you note it down. And not necessarily I am going to give every objective in this lecture. For example, if I am revising hard words, make sure that you should have your fair book in front of you so that you can compare if any hard word is new or not. And not to worry, if you have written any hard word and if I have not mentioned on the screen, that means I don't feel it is necessary for you to pronounce it again and again. Correct? So here we are going to do the revision of lesson 3 and 4. All the objectives in the sense for today's session and tomorrow's lecture, like by tomorrow's lecture we will finish all the objectives, not in today's lecture, correct? So let's get started. Lesson number 3, housing and clothing. What are the content of lesson number 3 for today's lecture? Hard words, FB, TF and 2 examples. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the hard words, their pronunciation, that's it. And for that, you all know that you are going to repeat each and every word after me. First word, housing. Now repeat after me. HOUSING, housing. Now repeat a second time. HOUSING, housing. Let's move further. The second word, CLOTHING, clothing. CLOTHING, clothing. I hope students you are repeating after me the pronunciation because it's fun. First I will speak and then you have to repeat. This way we are going to discuss the hard words. Let's move on to the next hard word, sunlight. This you all know, but still many of you pronounce it incorrectly. Many of you pronounce it as sunlight. No. So that is why I have brought even the basic words for you, because many like couple of students I have heard that they pronounce many basic words very incorrectly. So that is why, keeping their level in the mind, I have prepared the list of the hard words. So SUN, repeat after me, SUNLIGHT, sunlight. Now repeat a second time. SUNLIGHT, sunlight. Great. Moving on to the next word. NYLON, nylon. Repeat after me. NYLON, nylon. Great. Let's move further. Uncovered. Now repeat after me. UNCOVERED, uncovered. Repeat a second time. UNCOVERED, uncovered. Excellent. Now let's move to the next word. COTTON, cotton. Repeat a second time. COTTON, cotton. Excellent. Similarly, repeat after me. WINTER, winter. WINTER, winter. Great. The next one is, repeat after me. FIBER, fiber. Repeat a second time. FIBER, fiber. Great. Now students, there is a kind of variation in this spelling of colored. Though color is very easy spelling, like you all, even the nursery students might be knowing that, but computer only accepts COLOR, whereas English grammar accepts COLOUR. Correct. But here, as this is science subject, if you even write COLOUR or if you write COLOR, I will accept both the spellings. Correct. But here, so far I have written COLOUR. Okay, now repeat after me. COLOURED, colored. Okay, let's move to the next word. SUMMER, summer. See students, you have to repeat the words after me so as to remember the spellings, because when you start writing the paper, you have to, I don't know whether you are going to miss your train or your flight, because you are writing the paper in too much haste, too much hurry. So it is very much important for you to remember the words correctly. Okay, now repeat after me. SUMMER, summer. Okay, the next word is, repeat after me. SYNTHETIC, synthetic. Repeat a second time. SYNTHETIC, synthetic. Okay, it's kind of cloth, it's type of cloth. I'll show you in two examples maybe, or further in the other chapter. Now repeat this. ACRYLIC, acrylic. Second time. ACRYLIC, acrylic. Okay, now moving on to the lesson number 3, fill in the blanks. Okay, the first one, let me read it for you first. We wear clothes made of different types of fiber is the answer, not wire. See, wire is in the option. Do you wear the clothes made of wire? No, I don't wear. Neither I have seen animals wearing the clothes of wire. Correct? So obvious, the answer is fiber. Okay, now repeat the answer. Fiber. Repeat a second time. Fiber. Okay, the next one is, let me read for you. Silk and linen are natural fibers. The answer is silk and linen. Though I have not underlined it, but if you can find in the option, see, options, the first option is silk and linen, and the second option is silk and nylon. Correct? You call it nylon. So the correct option is silk and linen. So silk and linen should be underlined in your books. Okay, now repeat the answer after me. Silk and linen. Repeat a second time. Silk and linen. Okay. Moving further, let me read for you. Man-made fibers are made by dash. So options are men or plants. Obviously, man-made fibers, the name itself says that it is made by a man. Correct? So the answer should be men. It's so obvious. Okay. This one, the next one. Dustbin should be kept dash. Options are covered or uncovered. Covered means you should cover it properly from its mouth. Yes, mouth in the sense the upper part of the dustbin from where you throw the garbage in the dustbin. Correct? That is called the mouth of the dustbin, the uppermost part. So you should cover that. Correct? Otherwise, what will happen? The house flies or the mosquitoes will gather there, and they will, then transform the diseases into you by sitting and by, spreading the garbages. So even when you place your dustbins outside your house, what happens? Sometimes the cat or the dogs, they enter the house and they spread all the dust if your house is like, in that way. So you should, in short, cover your dustbin. So dustbin should be kept covered. Let's move on. Raincoat are made of dash material. Waterproof or wet. Wet means something which is wet, opposite of dry. Correct? So obviously when you wear the raincoat, what happens? It prevents your clothes from being wet. Correct? So it doesn't allow the rain to get inside the clothes you are wearing, the original clothes you are wearing. So you wear raincoats on your clothes which you are already wearing to prevent yourself from getting wet. Okay, so it is waterproof, so it doesn't allow the water to get or penetrate that material, right? Okay, so with this, that is the end of the FB of lesson number 3. Now moving on to the true or false of lesson number 3. So here also you have to repeat whenever I ask you to do so. Yes. So here the first question is, all houses are big with many rooms. Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Sorry, my bad, slip of my tongue. So it is not possible, no? Like if you see, someone might be having the house with 2 rooms, the other might be having the house with 3 rooms, and so on. Correct? Someone might be having 2 or 3 houses. So it is not possible that every house will be big and will be having, many rooms. It depends on the families. So the answer is false, because all houses are not big and all houses might not have many rooms, right? So this statement is false. Okay, let's move on to the next one. A good house need not be airy. Now listen to me carefully. Need not be airy means a good house may not be airy. It is okay if it is not airy, still it is a good house? No. A good house, one of the qualities of good house is it should be airy. So this statement is also a false statement. Okay. Now here the next one is, sunlight helps to kill the germs. Yeah, that statement is true. Correct? Because sunlight is very much powerful. You have the solar panel, you have the solar cooker, you have a lot of thing which runs on the solar energy. So sunlight also helps to kill the germs on the body. You see that this is the situation where the COVID-19 is being spreaded everywhere on the world. COVID-19 is in every part of the world. In this year it is very much unfortunate for everyone. That is the only reason why you are not able to come to school, meet your friends, meet your teachers and study live in the classes, correct? But you might have seen in the news channels or in the newspapers that sunlight helps to prevent you yourself from COVID-19, correct? So it kills the germ because it is too much powerful. Even you get vitamin D from sunlight. So the statement is, in short, true statement. Okay, let's move on. Plants around the house make the air dirty. Is it so? No. Plants in the trees in fact makes the air fresh, correct? You get the oxygen from it. So this statement is false statement. Okay, now moving on to the give two examples. That means you all know that we have been doing it for lesson 1 and 2 even. So this to give two examples means you have to give two examples for the statements. Okay. Now here the first sentence you need to understand, only then will you be able to give two examples for that statement, isn't it? So the first statement is two things that help in keeping a house clean. There are lots of things you use for the household chores, like for cleaning purpose, for wiping purpose. Yes, but here are the two examples which I have brought with the pictures for you, so you'd like to get it into your mind very clearly. Okay, this you have seen in 99% all the houses do have this kind of stuff to keep their house clean. If you have not seen, ask your mother, your grandmother, your maid in your house to show you these things, correct? So the one is broom, the another is mop. This is to wipe the floor and this is to wipe the dust, correct? So both have the different, this is dry, this is wet. See, this bucket, if you can see, is used to keep the water in it, and this is the mop with a stick used to wipe it, the surface, and to clean the surface. Both are used, in short, to clean the house. So repeat after me: broom and mop. Repeat a second time: broom and mop. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Moving on to the next one: fibers from the plants. So the fibers which you get from the plants, not man-made. So the two examples are cotton and linen. I have brought cotton cloth and linen cloth for you to understand it more clearly. This is somehow the cotton clothes look like. You might be having cotton clothes, you might be wearing the cotton clothes. So just you can take the help of your mother. You can just ask, you can request her that, mother, please show me the cotton cloth and the linen cloth if we have in the house, so you can touch and feel it, because on the TV screens you can just look at it and you can just try to differentiate, correct? Try to look the difference. See, in the linen clothes you can see how the textures are, correct? Small textures you can see. This is the difference. Okay, fine. So repeat after me: cotton and linen. Repeat a second time: cotton and linen. Okay, so let's move on. Fibers from animals. Now, dear students, first we saw fiber from the plants, now from the animals, right? So here silk, you can see how soft and smooth this cloth is in the picture, red colored. I have shown it to you very clearly. I have kept the picture accordingly so that you can just understand by looking at it, though you cannot touch it on the TV screens. Even if you try to touch it, my dear students, you are going to feel the glasses of the TV screen, nothing else. Okay, jokes apart. See, the wool is made from the sheep, not ship, shweep. It's an animal, if you have seen. Yes. So this is the difference. See, the sticks are there to to weave the sweaters. Your grandmother or your mother, they have the habit to weave the sweaters out of wool, out of woolen cloth, correct? So repeat after me: silk and wool. Repeat a second time: silk and wool. Great. Let's move on. Man-made fibers. Now the fibers which are made by man, not by the plants, neither by the plants nor by the animals. So two examples are nylon and polyester. See, there is a hairline difference in the photo. Otherwise, there is a vast difference. But in the photo, if you see, there is a hairline difference. There is very small difference to look at it. Correct? If you can see here, how the texture and how the quality differs. Correct? The nylon and the polyester cloth. Okay. Now repeat after me. Nylon and polyester. It is not polyester. It is polyester. Okay. Now repeat a second time. Nylon and polyester. Great. Okay, now moving on to lesson number 4. In lesson number 4 we are going to discuss only hard words and FB, that is fill in the blanks, for this lecture. And in the upcoming lecture for sure I am going to cover the remaining objectives, because we have the time limit of 30 minutes per lecture. So I will cover as much as possible in each lecture, and I'll make sure that you will revise each and every objectives and subjectives in my science lectures. Anyways, the name of the lesson is soil. We have already discussed it. Now let us just revise the hard words at the first. Okay, the first hard word is nutrients. Now students, even though if you have repeated it in the previous lectures of my official lesson number 4, though it is repeated, but here you have to repeat it again, as this is the revision lecture. Revision means you have to revise as much as times as possible. Okay, now repeat the spelling and the pronunciation. NUTRIENTS, nutrients. Now repeat a second time. NUTRIENTS, nutrients. Great stuff. Okay, let's have a look on the second one. Humus. I already informed you it is not humus, because mus you try to pronounce it as mus, but no, this is not the pronunciation here. It's mus. As you say bus, bus, similarly here mus is mus. Okay, now repeat after me. HUMUS, you must. Repeat a second time. HUMUS, you must. Great. See, I am trying my level best to pronounce it as clearly as I can. So it's your duty now to accept that pronunciation, to grasp that, and to repeat that. Okay, the next one is earthworm. I showed you the photo of earthworm at the first time when we were discussing the question answers of the objectives of the lesson. Yes, I am pretty sure that I have shown you the photo of earthworm, the picture of the earthworm, during the first lecture of lesson 4. Anyways, now repeat after me. EARTHWORM, earthworm. It is just a compound word, the word made of two different words, the combination of two different words. Repeat a second time. EARTHWORM, earthworm. Great. Let's get the 3 new words. Okay, here it is. The first one is manure. Okay, it is not manure. NU is again not new, it is nya, manure. Okay, now repeat after me. MANURE, manure. See, MAN is man, you all know that. Okay, so it should be very clear to you. Just you need to get it into your mind, the tricks to remember it. Okay, so that even you will be able to remember the spellings as well. Okay, repeat a second time. MANURE, manure. Great. The next one is fertile. Repeat after me. FERTILE, fertile. Now repeat a second time. FERTILE, fertile. Great. Next one is vapor. Okay, repeat after me. VAPOR, P-O-R, vapor. Second time, V-A-P-O-R, vapor. Correct? The water when heated, what happens if we heat the water? It converts into vapor. Great. I hope you remember all these things. Okay, moving on to lesson 4, fill in the blanks. Okay, the first one is plants stay dashed to the soil with the help of their roots. So if the roots are properly planted, the plants stay fixed to the soil. It doesn't moves from its place. Have you seen plants walking? No? Then it would be haunted, I must say. Move away from that plant, please. So anyways, jokes apart, see. Plants stay dashed. So repeat the answer. Fixed. Repeat a second time. Fixed. Okay. Clear enough. Moving on. The next blank is soil provides dash to the plants. What do the soil provides? It provides water and nutrients. So as we pour the water into the plants, half of it, like more than half of it, falls onto the soil, and soil absorbs it and provides it to the plants, the roots of the plants again. Right? Okay. Now repeat the answer after me. Water and nutrients. Repeat a second time. Water and nutrients. Okay, let's move on to the next blank. Dash makes the soil fertile. What's the answer? Humus. As simple as that. Repeat after me. Humus. Repeat a second time. Humus makes the soil fertile. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Water in the soil forms dash when heated. Like I said, if you remember, when we were just discussing this Hardwords, I told you what happens when the water is heated. It converts it into the vapor. Yes, the smoke. Sometimes, if your mother, if you might be observing your mother in the kitchen, when she keeps the water to boil the water, sometimes if you have the throat or stomach infection, doctor asks you to drink the boiled water. So when your mother keeps the water in the pan on the stove, correct? So when it is heated then on the stove, you can see the smoke coming out of the water. So it is being converted into the vapor. Okay, so the water in the soil forms. The answer is, repeat the answer after me. Vapor. What happens? Repeat a second time. Vapor when heated. Okay, so I hope this much was clear to you. And now moving on to the last blank of lesson 4. Farmers grow crops in dash. Now where do they grow the crops? See, I showed you the picture in the first lecture. So that is why I ask you to watch the videos, the video lectures regularly, not if in the TV channels, at least in the YouTube channels, so that even if I want to connect you somewhere to the previous lecture, you should remember the previous lectures. Okay, if you don't remember, you can go to particular channel. The links are then in your WhatsApp group, so that again you will be able to connect yourself. So the answer is soil. What is the answer? Soil. Okay, so that is the end of FB of lesson number 4. I hope that till the last minute you were repeating me whenever I was asking you to repeat after me. And thank you for watching and repeating after me. This thank you is only for the one who is watching the videos carefully, and the student who is obediently repeating the FBs, the hard words, the answers of 2 examples, because I am giving my energy, 100% energy after you, so that you will receive it at least 99%, correct? So now the ball is in your court. It is up to you how much you have to repeat, how much you have to grasp from the lessons, from the video lessons. And lastly, as I always say in every lecture, I insist you to stay home. Don't go out unnecessarily. and stay safe, so that even if you go out and if you come back to your house, make sure you take a bath, you use sanitizer while going out, you use masks, the face mask to cover your face, so that you don't pass the infection or you don't receive the infection, and you wear the gloves. And I hope that you are obediently watching every video, you are following the lectures. That's it for today's session. Goodbye, take care.